All right, big spot here for the former undisputed UFC middleweight champion, Israel Adesanya, and he's not too emotionally attached to a lot of these results. I expect a big effort out of him here tonight.
You know, John, I love that you teed it up that way, because I was just thinking that for a guy that seemed to be on a rocket ship to the moon, becoming a middleweight champion, he handles adversity as well as anyone I've ever seen. When he lost to Jan Blachowicz, when he tried to become double champion, still even keel. When he lost his championship, even keel. I believe that ability will allow for him to work his way back to a championship opportunity, where I expect him to be very competitive and possibly earn himself the belt back.
And skill for skill, there are a lot of people that still believe he's the best middleweight in the world. A lot of the elite 185-pounders believe that Izzy and not necessarily Pereira represent the toughest matchup for them. We'll see how Adesanya fares in this critical matchup here tonight. Proudly representing Sydney, Australia, he was born in New Zealand, Robert the Reaper Whittaker. He has put together one of the greatest winning streaks in the history of this middleweight division, and did to Yoel Romero what few men have been able to do.
Few men can stand across from Romero and just even live to tell the story of fighting him in the octagon. Robert Whittaker has done that twice and gotten his hand raised in the rematch. Whittaker is a truly, truly phenomenal mixed martial artist, has a traditional background, but he also has a wrestling knowledge that is very underrated. He does not just get taken down, he's able to get back to his feet very well, and he has cardio for days. He's truly one of the best fighters in the entire UFC.
And he's a grappler at his core. We talk so much about his boxing, but the guys at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu at Smeaton Grange will tell you, this guy started as a grappler, still grapples in the gi during training camp. Robert Whittaker, back and ideally in a big way for him here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. All right, now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Robert the Reaper Whittaker!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. Well, I might need to borrow that inhaler, DC, before we get through this one. Round 1 is underway between Robert Whittaker and Israel Adesanya. Whittaker was born in New Zealand, but he claims Australia, and of course Adesanya trying to come up large for the Kiwis here tonight.
And Adesanya has taken offense to that because he loves New Zealand. He cannot understand how Whittaker, who was born there, doesn't represent the country. He has an opportunity to really stick it to Robert tonight in this fight. Good defense blocking that punch.
Man, how about the steam behind that Whittaker jab tonight?
Robert Whittaker is a great striker. He has it all when it comes to the stand-up in the boxing, and that is a full display right now.
So more output, at least in the early going. To the body, and it lands. All right, early round action here, and Whittaker wasted no time finding a home for that high kick.
Well, it's one of his great shots, right? He does a good job of setting up, making you rotate into the side that he wants to throw. He throws that beautiful high kick. He has done that since he was on the Ultimate Fighter Smashes.
Adesanya gets tagged with a kick now. Let's see if he can rattle. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
All right, so a little welt there starting to develop on the side of his body. A lot of strikes landing in that area, Tuck.
I mean, he's got to do something. You cannot continue to ignore that you're getting hit in the body over and over again. You better address it now before we get to a point where you can't continue to fight.
Nice 1-2 combination there. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Oh, he landed a beautiful straight punch there, DC. He's got an edge in reach and certainly is making it count in this one. Oh, nice jab by him there, and I guess on the other side, hard to get your offense going when your head. Oh, he's had a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job. Oh, my goodness.
Big moments on both sides in round one. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up.
Now's the chance to go out there and get
All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
It was accumulation of those strikes. He kept hitting him over and over to the head. Eventually, he found the one that really did damage his opponent.
And just like that, we have arrived at our second round. Robert Whittaker and that man, Israel Adesanya. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs, both got the offense going, but now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far. Leg kick checked by Adesanya. Well, clearly his leg is hurt, and now you see him starting to limp a little bit, Jay.
Yeah, he's starting to limp from the leg damage. He's been beat up, but his opponent told us, he goes, this guy does not check kicks very well. He does not do a good job of recognizing those types of attacks. He's taking full advantage of it.
Unable to connect with the right hook. Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. Adesanya's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Straight punch is true. 3 minutes now to go in round two. Oh, man, that couldn't have felt good. Flush knee lands to the body by the taller fighter. Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round two, definitely picking up the pace after round one. So he got the message from the corner, and now he is taking control of this second round. Israel Adesanya's nose is... Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school.
Feels like the beginning of the end. .65 total strikes have now landed for Robert Whittaker. Well, the accuracy rate not great, below 40%, now 38% on the connections against Israel Adesanya. Well, you know this is the hurt bit of continues to sway with every huge shot being landed. Back and forth we go. Oh, what a head kick there as he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got to play now he has to find one more step to end the night.
And just misses with that big right hand. Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cutman's going to have some work to do if we get to the stool between rounds.
But that's why we got the best in the business. We got the best cutmen in the business, and they are going to need him right now because this cut is getting worse, and it's only going to continue. Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, what a round. How good was that? All right, so the round is over, and you see the cutman not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cutman will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward. All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Third round underway. Do you believe it? This next round is underway. In the previous round, both fighting.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, and he lands another knee there, DC. It doesn't always pay to be the taller fighter. In this instance, it most certainly did. Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high.
Oh, he can't even stand.
Big strikes continue to land. So that cut continues to get more severe with every passing moment of the fight.
Every moment. You know, when you get cut in a fight, you expect for it to worsen because you're not going to not get hit anymore. Right now, he's got to do something to try to limit the damage. Otherwise, it's going to get real bad.
Whittaker getting worked here from the top. You don't want to take too many more of these ground and pound strikes. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the best strike he's thrown tonight.
The biggest shot that he's landed all night. A massive uppercut land.
All right, so an opportunity goes by the boards. He had him stunned, nearly finished, and now his opponent has recovered.
His opponent recovered. Now he's got to deal with everything.
Back to his feet.
This is crazy round of fight.
Oh, another huge ground strike landed by him there. How much more can one man take?
In the half guard.
Well, you don't blame him for continuing to badger that cut. Things are getting bloody, champ.
Yeah, you got to be careful now because as it bleeds, look at that, going into the armbar.
Ooh, arms in tight.
He's got it. He's got it.
Let's work. Let's go you up. We need to work.
This fight hurt.
Whoa, submission defense. He gets out.
We need to fight back.
In that moment, it looked like the fight was over. He was able to clear his head, put the guy into the mount. Not a great position, but much better.
And how much more can he take? Looking to hurt Davis.
Oh, my goodness.
What a fight. So no judges needed tonight as he pounds him out for the TKO. I'm hoping I get an invite to the after party. Here we go inside the octagon for the official decision to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 28 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO, Robert the Reaper Whittaker!
Well, he's still on the right side of 30, and Robert Whittaker just continues to add to what is already the best legacy for an Australian fighter in UFC history. There is nothing this man cannot do inside that octagon, as you saw here tonight. Congratulations to the Reaper, Robert Whittaker.